editor Francesca Evans with the latest local news and sport, plus this weekend's weather forecast and events roundup. The controversial decking outside celebrity chef Mark Hicks's Lyme Regis restaurant was removed this week, resulting in much criticism of the town council. In January, Mr Hicks was ordered to remove the decked area from town council owned land outside the Oyster and Fish House in Lister Gardens by the end of March. The decking was erected after temporary permission was given for outside seating at the restaurant under relaxed government rules during the pandemic. But when Mr Hicks submitted an application to make the structure permanent, it resulted in months of mixed messages and argument in the council chamber. Some argued that Mr Hicks had overstepped the mark in erecting such a permanent-looking structure in the first place, while others said it was an asset to the town and that the council should be supporting hospitality businesses through this challenging period. A petition with thousands of signatures in support of Mr Hicks was presented to the council in January, but members eventually agreed the structure had to come down. Its removal this week was documented in a series of photos posted on Mr Hicks's social media pages, sparking a huge amount of criticism for the town council, with celebrities from the world of food and art describing the decision as petty and short-sighted. 19 local organisations are celebrating this week after receiving a financial boost totalling more than £12,600 from the town council. All those which applied for a community grant from the council within the deadline received the full amount they requested at a meeting this week, totalling £12,622, less than the council's £15,000 budget. Councillors congratulated all 19 organisations for the quality of their applications, but spoke particularly highly of organisations which promoted sport, outdoor pursuits and other activities which benefit health and well-being, as well as those that offered education and training. The largest grants of £1,000 went to Lyme Regis Boat Building Academy, the Gig Club, Sea School, Town Mill Trust and Uplyme and Lyme Regis Cricket Club. Seafront beach huts and a memorial bench in Lyme Regis were targeted in incidents of vandalism this week. Several of the town council-owned beach huts on the Cart Road were broken into overnight on Monday, with leftover paint found in one that was used to splash across the doors. This followed an incident overnight on Sunday when a memorial bench on Marine Parade was dumped in a nearby wheelie bin. Culprits of these kinds of incidents could be heavily punished in future, as Dorset has been selected as one of the policing areas to trial an immediate justice pilot scheme as part of the government's crackdown on antisocial behaviour. Those found guilty of crimes such as vandalism will be ordered to start repairing the damage they caused within 2 days of receiving their punishment. Victims of crime and communities will also be given a say over the type of punishment that offenders should face as part of the new scheme unveiled by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak this week. Offenders will be made to wear jumpsuits or high-vis jackets and work under supervision. They could be tasked to clean up graffiti, litter pick or wash police cars. The government's crackdown on antisocial behaviour also includes a ban on nitrous oxide, commonly known as NOx or laughing gas, and gives the police more powers to test for drugs on arrest. The announcement has been welcomed by both Dorset's Police and Crime Commissioner David Sidwick and West Dorset MP Chris Loader, who have both expressed interest in tackling antisocial behaviour and drug crime in Lyme Regis. Lyme Regis first team's hope of finishing in the top 4 of the Devon and Exeter Premier Division are slowly slipping away following another defeat last Saturday. The Seasiders travelled to Kentisbeare with a depleted squad, missing captain Gary Knight, Callum Garrett, Ethan Matthews, Michael Knight, Cam Fowler and Jack Clam Wilson from the side. Kentisbeare were a strong, physical and well-drilled side, sitting in 3rd place in the table, and a Lyme victory was imperative to stay in touch with the leading clubs. The game got off to a close start, with both teams well matched for the first 15 minutes, with Brad Rowe firing into the side netting from a tight angle and the Seasiders coming close from a corner. Rowe was then sin-binned by the ref for arguing with the linesman, and during that 10-minute spell, with Lyme down to 10 men, the Seasiders tried to sit in tight but unfortunately conceded 2 goals. The next goal was always going to be crucial. If Lyme could nick one, it might have been game on, but Kentisbeare got the all-important third in the second half when they nicked the ball high up the pitch and a bobby shot on the edge of the area squirmed its way at the near post. Lyme kept battling hard and didn't drop their heads, but in the end it wasn't enough. This result leaves Lyme 5th in the Premier Division on the same points as 4th place Colleton, but with a game in hand on their East Devon opponents. The Seasiders have the chance to redeem themselves with a home return match tomorrow against Kentisbeare, and 3 points could see them reclaim 4th spot. Kick-off is at 3 p.m. if not called off due to the wet weather. Lyme Reserve's away match to South Zeal in Division 3 was called off due to the adverse weather last weekend. Tomorrow, the Resis hope to travel away to Hemiock, who are 5th place in Division 3. There was no Upline first team game last weekend, but the Swallows reserves pulled off a late 3-2 victory against Barrington on Saturday, thanks to a brilliant header from James Souter to give them a chance of winning Perry Street Division 3 title in their final game of the season against Charge United A. Charmouth, 4th in Perry Street Division 1, are at home to Shepton Beecham, who sit in 7th position, and kick-off is at 2:30 p.m. All Devon and Exeter League teams have been warned about the increasing amount of abuse aimed at referees. In a statement from League Secretary Neil Anthony, players have been warned about bad behaviour, which they say will not be tolerated. The Dub Pistols will be appearing at the Marine Theatre in Lyme Regis tonight with their mix of drum and bass, hip-hop, ska and punk, with doors opening at 7 p.m. The Mayor of Lyme Regis will be hosting an Easter bingo at the Woodmead Halls on Saturday night, with Eyes Down at 8 p.m, raising funds for her chosen charities of the year, Axminster and Lyme Cancer Support and Lyme Regis Pantomime Society. Meanwhile, the Nag's Head will host its weekly live music from 9 p.m. on Saturday, and on Sunday morning, Lyme Regis Football Club will host a tabletop sale from 10 a.m. Another wet outlook this weekend, with strong winds and rain showers forecast throughout most of the day today, and thundery showers with some sunny intervals on Saturday. Things are set to dry up on Sunday with a largely cloudy forecast, and temperatures are set to reach highs of 11 degrees. And finally, if you're in Lyme Regis Town Centre on Monday, you may see a giant Cornish pasty walking the streets. Manager of the Cornish Bakery in Broad Street, Lizzie Reynolds, will be completing a 20-mile sponsored walk in her pasty costume, raising funds for Axminster and Lyme Cancer Support. She hopes to raise at least £500 as she walks a single-mile loop through the town centre and along the seafront 20 times, starting at 7 a.m. on Monday. Thanks for watching LymeOnline's video news bulletins. Don't forget you can stay up to date with the latest news throughout the week on our website. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for daily updates, or subscribe to our free weekly newsletter to ensure you don't miss a thing. Have a great weekend.